My philosophy in life has always been to challenge the standard way of thinking, the standard way of acting, the standard way of living. I'm constantly striving to push my limits and push the limits of what is acceptable. And I just can't help but break the rules. I guess I feel as if I didn't break the rules, I would just end up like everyone else. Sort of like breaking the rules and pushing myself forward allows me to grow and to thrive. Because life shrinks and expands directly by one's willingness to take on risk. And I love the risk, I love the challenge, I love the uncertainty. You see, I have this twisted love of fear, or more specifically, a love for conquering fear. You see, fear is natural. Fear reminds us that we're simply human. But conquering fear makes one so much more. To stand on the edge of a cliff and jump. To climb a crane hundreds of feet in the air and let your feet dangle. To stare death in the face and take a step forward. Now, there's a common misconception amongst my peers that I don't feel fear. That when I stand on the edge of a cliff, I don't have the natural reaction to step backwards, but one to step forward and push farther. But to me, it's not that there's an absence of fear, it's all there. When I stand on the edge of a cliff or from the top of a crane, fear fills my heart. That same sensation of discomfort takes over my entire body. But for some reason I like it. I find joy in the discomfort and in the fear. And I can't describe fear, and the same goes for this feeling. But one thing I know is that it stems from a willingness to conquer fear, a desire to face uncertainty, to find comfort in the uncomfortable. I have a natural affinity for being in places that I simply don't belong. And I've been trying to explain this impulse to others for years now, but it's just something that they can never understand because I don't fully understand it myself. I just want to feel. I think it's as simple as that. I mean, putting yourself on the edge is putting yourself on the verge of death. I stand at a line separating life and death. I walk tightrope on the strings of my fate. Because it is only when you are closest to death that you feel most alive. It is the purest form of exhilaration. There's a feeling that comes over me, but this feeling isn't of fear, but of a polar opposite. It is an embodiment of love for life itself. It is only when I'm in a place of discomfort, in the midst of an act of defiance, in simple disobedience, that I feel the sensation. And I love it. It's all about leaving the comfort zone. I mean, that's essentially what pushing your limits is. We often allow ourselves to get boxed in. We fear expression, we try to fit in. And the sad part is that it works. We fit in, we blend in, and we disappear. If you listen to everyone else, you will become everyone else. You are not a product of your environment, and they say it takes a village to raise a child, but you are not built by society. Who you are depends on how much you listen, how much you let things affect you. So practice eclecticism. Take something from everything. You can't be taught about the world by your parents or teachers. Experience teaches more than knowledge does. You have to get out and see. Open the blinds and let the light in. Stand on the edge, spread your arms, and jump. There have been times when the need for comfort consumed me, kept me indoors, kept me under the covers with my eyes closed. I let my fear keep me boxed in. Depression directly limited my opportunities. Comfort and complacency kept me standing still. But I know if you don't move now, you'll never go anywhere. The best way to conquer fear and depression is to step out, to step forward, to step off the platform and get on the train. Go do something you don't want to do. Face your fears, do something that scares you. Because if you're scared to do something, it's simply a sign. A sign that this thing you're doing is very important. Because if your dreams don't scare the hell out of you, then they aren't big enough. You know, depression is all about comfort. Fed by insecurity, fear, and boredom, you tell yourself it's better that you stay home. You don't want to face anything. You'd rather sit and think than to move and live. You can't give yourself time to think. Sometimes the only thing holding us back is ourselves, our own minds, our own fears. But I know now that I am unstoppable, that we are unstoppable. I couldn't accurately write about depression. I couldn't give you instructions on how to conquer it. There is no one cure. It's trickier than that. It's just not that easy. But it just may be that simple. The opposite of depression, life, experience, adventure, passion. You have to take the leap. Do not fall victim to a need for comfort. Comfort is satisfaction, as if you're done striving for anything more. Comfort is an ignorance of pain. You can't avoid it. Time goes forward. You can't run from anything. Run towards fear. Run towards pain. Run towards life. Run towards experience. Run towards discomfort. Do not let life happen to you. Embark on a full-fledged attack and have the rest of the world prepare for you. I found that getting out is the best way to clear my mind. Find an open field. Spend the night and watch the sunrise. My hair blows in the wind. I reach out and I feel so eternally free. It's my remedy. I spend days in the wilderness, in the cold, in the wind, sleeping on the ground and eating ramen noodles. I find myself, I find the world, but most importantly, when I step out, when I confront fear, When I run towards uncertainty, when I push my own limits, when I open my eyes and when I love, I find life itself. And I'm constantly chasing it. I'm gonna break the rules. I'm gonna climb things and jump from cliffs. I'm gonna get out and step forward. I'm gonna open my mind. I'm gonna confront fear, walk the line. I'm gonna face the sun and keep my head up. I'm gonna be unstoppable. I'm gonna jump in with my clothes on, get my shoes dirty, mess up my hair, wake up in the middle of nowhere, run into the sunset, run my fingers through the grass, walk around barefoot. I'm gonna lose sleep, wake up for the sunrise, and tire myself out. And I'm gonna be so reluctantly satisfied with what I've done that I won't stop there. I'm going to find comfort in the uncomfortable, and I'm gonna love it.